Hi, good evening or good morning everyone. It's Ryan here. I thought I'd just quickly record a video about how to copy trades from one account to the same broker but a second account on the same VPS machine. So somebody tried to do that and they weren't just sure how to do that, so it's fine if you had to copy, say, from IC Markets to Hugo's Way, but if you're copying from, say, Hugo's Way 1 to Hugo's Way 2, it's a bit of a problem because when you do the default install it won't work. So this is what the video is all about. I'm going to use IC Markets in this example, so let me just get going here. So what I've done here is I've got IC Markets here. As you can see, I'm going to download or click on the downloads button here just to download the MT4. Okay, so when I click to the downloads area, I'm going to go to download the MT4 program, and you'll see that it appears here. So what I'll do is I'll go to my downloads folder, and you'll see I can just get rid of this one. It's another broker, and now I'm going to install that. Okay, so nothing difficult with that so far. Just minimize that. So in standard defaults, we're just going to click on next and install it. This is the MT4 broker, as you can see, or the MetaTrader 4 from IC Markets on a 32-bit. Okay, and then we click on finish. So default install, which has been done on my VPS. Okay, we don't need the meta editor, and what we got here is the standard MT4 icon that puts it on the desktop. So if I had to double click on here, you'll see it says that it's sitting in my program files, MetaTrader 4, but now I don't want to do that because that will mean I'll just have the normal default. So what I'm going to do is I will go to the environment, and you'll see I've set it up exactly the same way with all the others. So here's a couple of other brokers which I've also got in their own sort of environments. So if I go to, where was that default, it was in the MetaTrader, so it's this one here, programs. Well, I've just opened it, so let me just close that quickly. So I'll close that, and then we'll go to the area here with the x86. So let's have a look for it quickly, and you'll see MetaTrader 4 IC Markets. So what we're going to do is if we double click into it, you'll see you've got all the information in order to open the browser, or sorry, to open the terminal, just like you've got in the shortcuts on the desktop. So instead of doing that, what you want to do is you want to go back to the x86, that folder there. You want to right click, and you want to go down here, and you want to cut it. So what you want to do is similar to what I've done with all the others here. So let's take Hugo's for example, and you'll see I've done a whole lot of brokers or a whole lot of accounts that I've got within Hugo's Way. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is I click on IC Markets or a new folder, and then I say IC Markets. Okay, and then I double click on that, and I go in here, and now I right click and I click on paste. Okay, nothing hard at the moment. Then I click on F2 and I say IC Markets. Okay, Markets 1. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to right click and copy that one. Okay, left click into this area, and then right click and click paste. And then this one, what I tend to do is I tend to just say copy if I'm not using that. So I'll leave that as such because I'm not going to use that at the moment. So double click into that. Now this one, if I had to go and double click into that, you'll see it'll be broken because it doesn't know where it's actually going, because remember we've cut it and we've deleted it. Okay, and that's why the folder or the icon is gone. Okay, so I'm going to delete that. So what we're going to do here is, you see that terminal there. We're not looking for the terminal here, that's just the icon. As you can see here, it says icon. We're actually looking for the application called terminal. So what you want to do is you want to right click on here and you want to say send to, and you scroll across here and you go to desktop to create a shortcut. So remember, we said this is IC Markets 1, yeah, on top here. So we'll go back here, F2, okay, IC Markets. Let's see, what did it do? I think it started to load it. Okay, we'll get back to, we'll come back to that in a minute. I just want to finish off this. So we here, F2, IC Markets 1. Okay, then what you want to do is you also want to right click on it and you go to properties, the bottom here, and then you want to go here in the middle and change the icon, and you want to browse to where we had its C drive, and you always put it on the C drive on the root, and then IC Markets, IC Markets 1, and now you're looking for the terminal, that actual icon here. That's why you need the icon. And you say open, it automatically will pick that up. You click on OK because it's only one file. You can either click apply or OK. So that's how you set that one up. Now if I had to go and do the same thing for my second one, I can say OK. I'm going to copy this, left click, and right click again and say paste. So we're going to finish that one. So when that finishes, now I can go rename this F2 and then IC Markets 2. And now we want to go to do the same thing here. So we want to take that application and then we want to say send that to the desktop as well. And then you want to right click on that one. Or we can rename it in a minute, so let's rename it first, IC Markets 2, and then we're going to right click that and then go back to properties, change the icon again and browse, and we want to click either on IC Markets 1 or 2, it doesn't really matter because you're going to use just the icon really, so it's just the picture that it's looking for, just so that you can distinguish what it looks like on your VPS. So now you can see I've got two accounts here which are there, and then obviously I've got that copy, which if you want to be pedantic, you just leave that as a copy there. So now you've got that ready for your next one if you need to use it. Okay, so that's that done, and now what you want to do is you want to click on your IC Markets 1. And what I'm going to do is let's see when it loads up, and just wait, it takes a couple of seconds for it to load up, and I'm just going to pause this quickly and just going to find my login details, and then I will log in and I will show you what's next. Okay, so I've just literally logged into my live account, and you'll see I haven't got anything in it, but then you can see that I just literally logged in, and here you can see it says connection status, and when you've got little bars here going with the numbers here, then you know you're connected. Okay, so you can just close out all these charts, and then you can just grab a new one, right click in chart window, and then you can do what you need to and put any sort of templates or anything you want on them. Okay, so that's the first one that we've done. Okay, so remember, if we have to minimize that, we go look for the IC Markets, we right click on here, you can see it says IC Markets 1. Okay, so the next one is we'll do exactly the same thing. We'll double click on that and we'll open that one. We'll just wait for this to open. Should take a couple of seconds again, like they normally do. They usually have to find their applications, I guess, and they have to find the program to load. So I'm just going to pause this for a minute. Okay, so the same thing, it comes up asking for credentials to log in. So these credentials obviously you will get from your email when you create your accounts, especially the live one. It will email you all the details, and the same thing for when you have a demo, you would have created the login details. So again, I'm just going to pause it so I can just log in. Okay, so I managed to log into my demo account here. As you can see, I've got a different number here, so at 526, and if I look at the other one, you'll see that here I've got a live 22 or ending in 999. So that's the demo, and you can see on top there I've got demo here and you've got live there. So I've got two accounts running. If I minimize this and I minimize that one there, so what you'll see now is if I right click on here, you see IC Markets 1, and then right click on here and you see IC Markets 2. So that's how I'm able to do multiple accounts on the same machine. So there's one, and that's my second, and that's the second one, sorry, the first one and then the second one. So the same thing happens with all brokers from E8 to FTMO, Hugo's, IC Markets, Nashway or Nash MT4 and various others. So you can set up any broker the same way. One thing to let you know though, when it comes to uninstalling, if you go to the control panel and we'll go to the uninstall area, so we uninstall a program, and now if I go to the IC Markets, let's have a look for IC. So now if I try and uninstall it, I'm not going to find it, and that's because obviously we've taken it away from the area where it was supposed to be. So it was supposed to be in the C, where was it, C program files 86, so that's where it's expecting to look for it, but we've obviously moved it to the IC Markets folder here. So another thing I would suggest you to do is what I do here on the right hand side here, sorry, on the left hand side, you'll see there's all my brokers sitting there, which has got a little pin mark here. So what you do there is you see there it says pin to quick access. So there it is here. So it's quick and easy just to click on IC Markets and you've got access to all your accounts there. So going back to this here, as you can see it says an error. It may have already been uninstalled. Would you like to remove it from the programs and features list? So I would like to say yes. Okay. So what you would need to do, because it's a basic copy and paste, it's sort of an older kind of program, it doesn't have a problem. So if I had to say I don't want to use IC Markets anymore, all you would do is you would highlight the actual account that you want deleted, you click the delete button, confirm it sometimes, and that one actually just didn't do it, and you delete the file, and that's exactly how you uninstall it. So that's pretty much how to do it, to install two broker accounts on exactly the same machine. So this is my VPS. It can be on a laptop, a PC, or any kind of machine where you're going to run your broker accounts. So this works for MT4, and I've done it for MT5 as well, the same sort of configuration, and I haven't had any problems. What you would use this for is you would use this for when you've got the Expert Advisor. So you install the Expert Advisor, which is FX Blue, for copying files from one account to another account, and I'll put a link to that video where I show you how to copy files, or sorry, trades from one account to the other. And that's how I did this. I had to set it up first with these accounts and then copied from the trader one or counter one to the second account, and I think I was just using demo for that. But that's how I compare the two, is having them side by side using that program. Okay, any questions, just give me a shout and I'll be more than happy to help you. Okay, take care then, bye.